Joe Swinson.
Thank you very much, Madam Deputy Speaker. I obviously have a great deal of sympathy with some of the points that the Honourable Member for Croydon South has outlined, and I think he earlier in the Westminster Hall debate on this issue set out the concerns of his constituent and the business that he runs very eloquently. This is clearly an important issue. There has been a huge amount of support from the business community as well as individuals within the London area and the rest of the UK for the Games, but we need to make sure that the business community is also compensated appropriately. However, I think in this amendment there are several questions that are raised. How is the compensation going to be applied? What levels will be set? Where's the money coming from? And ultimately, who is to be the judge? And I think that part of the problems that we're coming up against is that businesses have set forth their case for being injured by the Games and put forward an amount which they believe is correct in terms of compensation. I think there was some examples in the Sunday Express on the 27th of November of a particular concrete crushing business. It was asking and saying that it needed £20 million of compensation. It's been offered £1.5 million, and there's obviously a gap there and a difference in opinion in what the businesses should be entitled to. Now, in order to beware of the problems, that there are maybe some unscrupulous individuals or companies that may seek to benefit unduly from the Games by putting forward cases that may not have the same amount of merit. I think we do need to find a way of arbitrating these cases, and one of the ideas that has been suggested that I would say would be a very sensible suggestion would be to have an independent arbitrator that could actually answer this problem. They would evaluate the loss for businesses, look at the case presented. As has been said, each business probably has a unique case to set out their individual circumstances, and then those details and the judgment of the arbitrator could be presented to the department or agency that would be required to pay the compensation. This would actually present an accurate and fair fee for transferring land to the Games. It would provide a process that all those involved could have faith in, and bearing in mind we are talking about quite a large number of businesses here, about 300 businesses that potentially have this problem and will be affected, can have some faith that they will be entitled and receive the compensation which they're due. We were talking earlier in the debate about the sound financial management that will be required in order to make sure that the Games come in on budget, and I'm sure that everybody in the House would agree that that is important. Therefore, it's important that we have some way of ensuring that those businesses who will genuinely be affected can get the support that they need, but at the same time the LDA is not held hostage and that we aren't vulnerable to the problems of ever-escalating costs. And I would suggest, Madam Deputy Speaker, that an independent arbitrator would be a good answer to this problem.